Canadians' finances are getting squeezed by high inflation and rising interest rates.
It's hard to basically afford like the essentials I need, which makes it really hard to stay like financially stable.
Everything's gone up. I'm much more careful in what I buy now.
The Bank of Canada's half-point hike will send variable rate mortgages higher, and the cost of fixed-rate mortgages have already climbed to upwards of 4%.
This is a big shock to the market.
This Toronto-based realtor says she's seeing fewer buyers and more desperate sellers.
The market got punched once in March, and now this is kind of like a double punch.
At 1%, the overnight lending rate is below pre-pandemic levels and far from historic highs, while inflation is at a 30-year high of nearly 6% as everyday costs soar.
Something needs to be done so that we're not paying such ridiculous prices for things.
Higher rates should start to bring inflation down.
Rate hikes are good and they are bad. They are bad in that it's going to cost you more to borrow money, but they are good in that they are the action that a central bank can take to try and control inflation.
The hope is as borrowing gets more expensive, domestic spending and demand will start to ease. But some of the major factors causing inflation are out of the central bank's hands. The war in Ukraine is driving oil prices higher, and supply chain challenges are pushing up the costs of goods. So change won't happen overnight.
That's not going to do much for inflation for Canadians this month or next month or the one after that. It is going to lower growth. I think we're going to have the worst of both worlds in Canada for the rest of this year.
A painful prospect for some.
All of this is very disconcerting.
On top of like what we're paying right now, adding more into that is actually a lot more of a struggle rather than actually helping us.
Even with this hike, the Bank of Canada now believes inflation won't return to its target of 2% for 2 years, and it warns of more interest rate increases to come. Jacqueline Hansen, CBC News, Toronto.